Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, respectively. I'm Sam Massaquoi Jr., foreign dignitaries and guests, Officer of the Vice President, Mr. Yemi Osabanjo, Mrs. Battle William of the NDSC, my girlfriend and brother, Eric Kagama, who is the president of the ACDC, African Chamber of Digital Commerce. I'm honored to be on the advisory board of your group. It's my heartfelt thanks and gratitude, in your selection amongst other highly qualified individuals to grace this momentous event as a panelist guest speaker. Thank you. It's very heartfelt. I currently serve in capacity as vice president at JP Morgan Chase Bank, the largest investment bank in the United States of America. I'm the technical lead for corporate technology, one of the firm's line of businesses where my current specialties are within machine learning engineering, artificial intelligence, cloud computing, and blockchain related technologies. I'm 43 years of age younger, and I've been in IT for about 20 years in various sectors, including banking and finance, hospitality, aircraft and aviation, government, entertainment, and editorial. I'm thankful, grateful, and extremely blessed for the opportunities that Almighty God Jehovah has graced me with divine favors to be here today with my people. So again, it's an honor. I was born and raised in Liberia, West Africa, where I obtained most of my formative and primary education before migrating to the United States at the age of 13 years during the Liberian Civil War. Again, I want to thank you all, and this is an honor and privilege to be here. Okay. Firstly, what I want to say is that a moment of silence for all of our fallen leaders, citizens, and men and women of valor, those who are dying in our struggle for life, liberties, and pursuit of happiness, as well as our dear brothers and sisters who have died in an ongoing deadly COVID-19 epidemic. By any variables, we also have to know that the tenets of democracies, right, are the rule of law, respect for human rights, freedom of the press, free speech, and good governance, right? This is reciprocative and goes for everybody, okay? Machine learning, in essence, is a branch of artificial intelligence that uses data to enable machine to learn to perform tasks on their own. This technology is already live and ubiquitous, right? And using automated email replies that you see, predictions, virtual assistants, facial recognition systems, and self-driving cars. The breakthrough in this technology are also making an impact in almost every sector of our life, including agriculture and banking. Some of the things that I work with day to day involves fraud detection, right? The identification of anomalies or other types of pattern recognition models, which we call unsupervised learning, right? Now you have smart algorithms that can reduce the number of positive or false positive related to fraudulent credit card transaction by over 70 to 90% using deep facial synthesis, right? Machine learning risk credit models have also been important in assessing borrower credit worthiness with higher precision and accuracy than what most humans can do and at a much larger scale. Especially in Africa and Nigeria, in the financial and banking sector, including rural areas, this can greatly aid in performance, scalability, resilience, confidentiality, and settlement of finality. Another aspect also includes time series, right, in the machine learning field, which can greatly help in automating the process of fraud detection, right? We solve issues relating to money laundering, another big issue that afflicts the continent, and also identity management. With blockchain managed identity system, both individuals and institutions have better control over their personal data and prevent identity theft, okay? And some of the things that these technologies I'm using with can aid in Africa and Nigeria. This can be very helpful in solving the issue of electoral malpractices or wanton corruption throughout the entire continent. And lastly, natural language processing, right, helps greatly, right? It's another field of machine learning that helps with readable extraction of complex contracts and documents, thus producing meaningful insights and analysis, doing work that would take 300,000 hours in a matter of 15 seconds, right? But I must start firstly to just go over briefly the astronomical advantage that Africa holds and Nigeria as a whole. Africa is 3 times the area of China, 3 times the area of Europe, 3 times the area of the United States of America. Actually, you can combine all 3 of them into Africa with Africa's sheer size of 30.4 million square kilometers, right? Compared to China, 9.6, Europe 10.18, and the United States, 9.8. What is even more impressive, Africa is 60% arable land. Africa is 90% raw material reserve of the entire planet. Africa is 40% gold reserve of the entire planet and 32% of the world's diamond reserve. Africa in essence is manganese. Africa in essence is wood. Africa in essence is iron, right? We have 1.3 billion inhabitants compared to China, 1.4 billion, which is all squished out in 9.6 million square kilometer for China, right? Nigeria itself has 208 million people, with vibrant metropolis such as Lagos with over 9 million people. Where am I going with this? This is to showcase you that Africa is rich cultural diversity. We have dance, music, architecture, sculpture, etc. And this is not homogeneous. We have about 30,000 medicinal recipe. Africa presents the future of humanity. And by 2050, it is projected that Africa alone will feed 9 billion people. I'm giving this against this backdrop with all the positive things that we have with Africa that the diaspora can help in working collaboratively. We also have this impending conundrum. In view of the foregoing, unfortunately, against this grandiose backdrop of the ubiquitous and cascading crescendo of this overwhelming conundrum, we are faced with the insatiable need or lust for infrastructural development across the continent to compete globally, right? It has become a double-edged sword. The high-speed rails aiding and abetting transportation, the vast telecommunication and fiber optic network, hydroelectric dams with megawattage capabilities, and optimal irrigational tributaries in areas of exacerbating aridity, amongst other. We do not have ample institutions and facilities to carry out these mega projects. This is where the diaspora can put forth effort with the brain drain and resources to bridge this quandary as we all partake in the bidding process. It's very also troubling as an avalanche of expatriates and multinationals are paid contracts for those projects earmarked. Moreover, we do not tap into the local talent pool because of the dearth or lack of expertise and skill set. Again, the diaspora can play an intricate part in this endeavor. Sadly, so the allures of the aforementioned has caused Africa to even sunk in debt. As of 2017, the Brookings Institute reports that 19 African countries have exceeded the 60% debt to GDP threshold set by the African Monetary Cooperation Program, the AMCP, for developing economies, while 24 countries have surpassed the 55% debt to GDP ratio suggested by the IMF. Okay, this dearth must end. The bemoaning of our lost opportunities has to stop. Okay, the incrementations and recognition will certainly do us no good, as ceaseless years of them have never proven. To the youth of today, I say to you, we must all get out now to breathe the fresh air of renewed and enlightened minds, calibrated to a new path of elevated purpose and focused goals, the achievement of which make us forget the anguish of our past or current conundrum. It is now 2020, and we should seize the current moment of our time to do what our forebears couldn't do, wouldn't do, or didn't do. We can complete that which they left uncompleted. It is incumbent upon our generation, devolve upon us a greater responsibility to do better in our generation than our predecessors did in theirs. Key in and be role models. You cannot do it. You can do it independently. Although we're here with you, working collaboratively to build the requisite skills with theoretical perspective and innovation needed to raise oneself by our respective bootstrap. Lastly, as the adage goes, feed a man and he eats for a day, but teach and give the added skill set and tools to be fisher of men and he eats for a lifetime. Africa is the youngest continent with over 60% of population 30 years and under, and the median age at only 19 years old. To all the young and robust men and women of Nigeria and Africa, seize the opportunity now and inculcate a preemptive mindset with proactivity and progressivism. The time is now, more auspicious than ever. This is the most pivotal crossroad, and we in the diaspora are working valiantly in coalescing with our brothers and sisters to mitigate all these quandaries for imminent collaboration to engender entrepreneurship and innovation. Everything is not always waiting for government, but it is incumbent upon our government as well across the continent to invest in the future of Mama Africa and create various avenues and opportunity to aid and abet in creation of platforms, institutions, and infrastructure for collaboration in the sphere. In particular, it has been our honor, me, working as a member of the African Chamber of Digital Commerce, along with our noble president, my brother, Eric Kagama, with several ideation projects. We are and have been working collaboratively with various stakeholders and partners in the diaspora, along with the Nigerian government, several other partners and private sectors. Namely, we have embarked on the following projects, some of which I'm going to mention. We have created several epics for each achievable milestone in our timeline continuum, tantamount to what we call MVPs, or achievable, meaningful, viable product against our massive backlogs of SWOT analysis and racing matrices, right? Namely, we have in the pipeline from concept and infancy the following. Some of what my good brother Eric will further much expound later. Number one, the Diaspora Bank Project for Remittance, working with the National Association of Microfinance of Nigeria, to aid in remittance banks in cities where there are no credit facilities from big bank and to go directly to microfinance banking, and also the aid where credit facility in cash-based facility to ensure that those rural areas and industrialized zones are sustainable, right? Secondly, we have our ideation lab with various technologies and a solution for the special economic zone, using blockchain technologies that we currently have in the incubation lab to aid in land ownership and farm consortium, and also to help with smart farming and IoT. Also, we're working on a blockchain stable coin project. We have two pilots right now. One is the Gem Trust project, and the other one is Coin Juju Coin. It's a project where any of our natural assets, the richness of Africa, the gold, the diamond, the petroleum, bauxite, etc., as a true store of value to back our digital currency that could be used throughout the entire continent. Most importantly, to resolve the issue of volatility and trust. This also endeavors to alleviate the burden of cross-border exchange of currency, or we term dirty money, across borders, introduction of smart contracts, facilitating provenance of trade between institutional sellers and buyers. Note that we are losing $400 billion a year annually as a consequence of not having all of this infrastructure in place to glue. Blockchain is a very promising technology that can bridge this gap and make sure that we're all able to participate and put Africa the way it has to be to compete along the rest of the world. Finally, let's all be all action and not all talk. Let's all be redemption and not a condemnation. Let's catch the vision and run with it. I'm Sam Massaquoi Jr. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May every one of your household be safe and blessed. And God bless Nigeria, God bless Africa. Thank you.